candles, so I want you to do it. Thank y'all. Oh, there we go. Okay. Looks good, right? I think that looks decent. Let's go a little more. Okay. There's plenty of space if she's late. If she's running late, you can tell her. Good morning. Should I take my socks off? I feel it was hot and stuffy. Now I'm chilly. There's cough drops over here as well. Can I reach you some blocks and stuff?
Sure. Is this?
We have great neighbors over here too. We'll just a moment. All aboard. Okay, new rules. If you are tall, can reach up high, when you come into the studio to grab your blocks, I would just ask you to get the higher up blocks and reserve the lower down blocks for the folks who might have more difficulty reaching. Plenty of space. I don't even think we're at 40 today, so we should be able to fit quite comfortably. If you're new to January in the yoga studio, it's roughly, like, we could fit another person in here for sure. It's roughly the length of your foot between mats from side, I'm sorry, the width of your foot between mats from side to side. Of your back. So we could fit like 3 more in Molly's row. We can fit like 2 or 3 more in Shoshi's row. We could probably fit 2 more in this row. We could fit a lot more. You don't have to like adjust right now if you like, I don't know. Keyshawn, was there a lot more people down there? Does it seem like we're all in?
There's one person here, maybe one person.
Okay, yeah, so just get a little closer so it's able to just come in late. Again, if you're new or newish to I grew up in an era, I don't know if this is like still how a lot of the yoga world is, but it's like, if you're not on time, the doors are locked. Is that still a thing in places? Not as much? Yeah, well. As we can like support it downstairs safely, our philosophy is your practice starts when you get here and it ends when you leave. So if you're running late or you have to leave early, like at least you got some in. And that's what it means to be a householder and try to like practice yoga. So in like spirit of supporting our neighbors who like might have had a lot of shit going on and they're running late, we just like make space, leave space for folks who might have to be coming in. Listen, I don't even care if it's like 30 minutes late, just be careful because you haven't warmed up. Do you know what I mean? Like sometimes it's just the vibe of the space that you need for 20, 30 minutes. That's totally good with me. This is your studio. So it starts when you get here, it ends when you leave. I added cough drops to the repertoire because I feel like that's been a thing in Shavasana lately. So if you feel that like little thing in your dry air throat, there's a variety of cough drops over there too. Did everyone get blocks? Oh, I pulled some down. I think everyone can reach now if they're coming in late. Yeah. Cough drops, hair ties, tampons. Although I really don't like the brand of tampons we have. They're the worst. Do you like those ones? The Cora? They're shitty.
They unravel.
They don't. Mine don't unravel. I guess it's just like everyone has like a different situation. Yeah. I've been getting this like new thing on my Instagram algorithm. I'm not on there often, but I'm getting this. I don't know what the account is, but it's like commercials from the 70s and how they were allowed to even air. Things really have changed. Like, there's some crazy, crazy things. Oh, you'll have to send that to me. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Around later today and just want to relax while everyone else is bleeding green. We have a harmonious healing crystal singing bowl sound bath from 6:30 to 7. 6:30 to 7:30, that's true. We have a beginner series, a mindfulness series, we have a kids yoga fun night, school age kids, January 23rd at 5:30. Nurturing Your Goddess, a wellness workshop for women 45 plus with Deb Glassman and Elizabeth. Forever Postpartum Claire on Mondays from 12 to 5. Restorative Yoga and Yoga Nidra. That yoga, and so I sophisticated lighting. DJ Silo, if you know, you know, is doing a first kind here in this. There's, I forget what it's called. So it's like a spiritual take with a DJ. That's will like help promote it. He's like managing the sales funnel. I forget what he uses, but anyway, it'll be in our emails, but it won't be like on our union platform, and that's January 24th in the nighttime. We tested out the disco lights at the end of the year. They're so fucking awesome. And the guy, my friend of a friend who did it, was like, you have to get the haze machine tried, and if you don't like it, you could just return it. The haze machine? Just saying. So that's on January 24th. Announcements before we get going? Announcements or requests? And chime in. For folks at home, we live stream. Cam 9.9% of the time understands. Yeah. I was thinking this morning, I was trying to contemplate, and I was also like, there's a lot going on in the world. CNN during my contemplation time. Wow. Wow. All the things happen in what feels like ancient history, although not that long ago, that we try to like spiritually deconstruct and decolonize. Like it's all just kind of happening again. What? I was also listening to a podcast this past week about how much harder it is to do comedy than tragedy. And I feel like there's going to be something kind of New Year's intention. My intention for the year isn't really clear yet. I'm like getting some clear kind of vibe for the year just yet. Tail end of the year of the snake, we're still shedding 2025. Anyone else feel that way? Like still just trying to release and shed and like get clear about what we're going to energetically take into and take forth in the 2026 year of the fire horse, which is not until February 17th, actually. So we have some time to just get clear. The word for intention in the yoga tradition is sankalpa. And for the year, aligned with and connected to our deepest desires and our highest aspirations. And that when we utilize the practices, all of your practices, and particularly the yoga to act and attune to our highest aspirations, then these great, very powerful energies is what in my heart of hearts do I most desire? Do I most want? And that's a question to ask ourselves, because each one of our souls has like a different calling and purpose. And so we ask ourselves as a way to kind of begin to access and reach into want. And this could like change over time and year to year. It's like, what is it in my heart of hearts that I most want, that I most deeply desire? Then we ask ourselves of what value is this desire to something greater than just ourselves. And that's how we make sure we're in the practice of yoga. Yoga is not total sacrifice of the self, like your deepest to your soul's purpose. You just got to check that it's not. We end up in late stage capitalism. And so of what service is what you want to something greater than just yourself? And then what are you willing to do to get it? So like every choice, every single choice, from like the most minimal and mundane to like the big choices, become a reflection and this life starts to get and is so clear. That's the power of the sankalpa, the best intent heart as informed by your deepest desires and your highest aspirations. Lay a strategy to the soul's purpose and to the voice of the heart. Always hear me say, like when we're centering, the entire physical yoga is in service to your breath, to the gift of life that each breath offers that comes from the source. The universal source consolidates into the breath, pours the gift of breath, ignites the heart, where the teacher resides. So the true teacher, indwelling light, nature, and spirit of your heart. The practice of yoga and the physical practice of yoga is in service to the breath, always in the direction of the heart. And then the heart has an to inform and illuminate and inspire the mind, the body, the thoughts. So if this is the only yoga class that you come to all year, that's what you take with you, okay? Here we go. Make yourself. Everything I offer is an invitation, not an obligation. So please feel really free and really encouraged to leave it, to modify, spectate, hydrate as you like at your own pace. and to ask questions, make requests, shout it out. Everyone's voice is welcome and encouraged. If you're new here, you'll hear people like ask for fans. So we can bring them over. And recline, make yourself as comfortable as humanly possible. Where you are. Look for the, just by turning the light of awareness to the breath, notice how naturally in you. The universe is trying to the gift of life in the form of the breath into you. Ignites the heart, and then the splendor of the heart has an opportunity for illuminate and reveal your vibrations. Heart informs, illuminates, and inspires the and the agency of the body. Here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, we have an opportunity here and now together to align ourselves, engage ourselves, and stretch and move ourselves through in ways that allow the gift of life to flow as us, through us, from us, and all in between us, more deeply, more fully, more freely. On your next breath, hands together at heart center. If you're reclined, perhaps palm. If you're seated, maybe palm to palm, like a prayer gesture. It's a gesture of sincere reverence that acknowledges, recognizes, and honors the heart, the voice of the true teacher, the Icha Shakti, power of the heart, never further than the breath. The source, best intention, ourselves and those around us. For at least the time we spend together. For our practice of yoga today, by sharing the voices and the sound of an Om. And as always, join into the sound or just let it wash over you. Deep. Oh, 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 oh. Open the and gently begin to make your tabletop position. You can pad your knees with a blanket if and as you like. Look for your begin breath and movement. Naturally feel good. Usually that starts with like exhaling to round your back and inhaling to arch. Notice what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. And begin to take an extra cycle of breath on each side of the stretch. Maybe it becomes more organic in order to get deeper into the unlit corners. If it helps to close your eyes here in a posture of stability with hands, feet, and knees on the floor, Like part of our practice is sometimes closing the eyes in order to see more clearly. What can't be seen but can be felt. As you're ready, when you're ready, organically in your own, start to make your way into downward facing dog. And in down dog, you can gently pedal your feet from side to side. So bending one leg a lot as you breathe and stretch into the back of the opposite leg there. And then switching sides just on impulse. You might find that one side just needs more than the other. What looks like symmetry on the outside, asymmetrical on the inside. Peek at your finger, the outer, press more of your outer forefinger. Fingernails become more level. Index fingers and thumb and left index finger hug towards each other, and the right thumb hug towards each other. Keep that as you inhale to plank. Look at your hands. Make your index fingers more like parallel lines. Hands down. And lift the heels of the hands up. You can lower your knees down if that helps. Lift the heels of the hands clear up off the floor. High heel gloves. And as the heels of the hands between the shoulder blades soften. The sky now. Keep the heels of the hands. Breathe. Exhale, downward facing dog. So when the heels of the hands lift physically, energetically, we're drawing energy up the lines of the arm, back of the heart. Easily looked. I'll reach the arms up. Pull the feet towards each other so you feel the leg all the way up. And then press the back to the sky. Yeah. Back. Front leg a little deeper. With the right leg, arms around us, right arm under. Heart with your inhale, unfurl. You might stagger that with your neighbors. And on the exhale, the bright heart, the splendor of the heart illuminates the mind. Here in the gift of conscious breathing embodiment, as you inhale, float the left leg to the sky. And as you exhale, catch your lunge. Find your breath. On the inhale, reach up the arms to the sky. Front knee and toes point straight ahead. Press the back knee and thigh to the sky. Feel the back leg get straighter, stronger, more lifted. And as the back knee presses up, let's descend. Left leg in front, left arm underneath. Hips to touch all the way. You can feel. Stagger with. Inhale, unfurl. Exhale, plant the hands, downward facing dog. Look for your breath. Stay here with Exhale, downward facing. Or you. The forward fold, just mindful of head to butt ratio here. Turn your left knee and toes a tiny. Feel the stretch through the inner right thigh. Push through the left leg, turn the left toes in, turn the right knee and toes out a smidge, and bend into the right leg the bare minimum to find and feel the stretch through the inner left thigh. Great. Push the right leg straight, parallel the feet, fold right down. And your known and unknown, I might add. Turn the right knee and toes through lunge. Back to down. Left leg to the side or a lunge. Locate your strap or your bolster as you pick to the right. Bring that. Okay, so if you're opting for the strap in the down stretch, if you're opting for the bolster, just come on up for a moment and take the bolster the back of the waist. Evenly. Weight into the balls of your feet. A little more weight into the balls of your feet. Start to press your thigh bones back into your hamstrings. The tailbone anchors down towards the space between the spine. Shoulder blades knit to the all that as you inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, little lift up in the chest. And as you exhale, fold. This way, yeah. Other way. Yes, more. Make straight. Turn the left. That was like left foot through lunge. Way different than usual. So I don't know if was there a lot of travel or
Maybe.
cockeyed.
Yeah,
Breath. It's not usually like that. Try to keep the heels of the hands lifting. Into the back of the heart. Stay here, lower the knees or not. Maybe heels of the hands lift as you flow through the linking vinyasa. I know. It's not impossible though. It's just like indicating an unlit corner that we can illuminate, that we can strengthen our awareness of and connection to the back of the heart. You can look, the heels of the hands get heavy because most of us, not to project, any givers in the room? Like you're in good company. I get the demographics of people who come to yoga, we're givers. And the tendency is like from out into the world, right? Which is beautiful, and thank God for all of you, for all of us, but it's going to be far more sustainable and powerful if we do it while we're plugged into the heart. You know, like out here is like, if you picture plugging into an outlet and like what happens when it's like not quite plugged in all the way. Not good. Plug in all the way, stay connected to the power of the heart, and let it just like pour from that place of sustained connection. Come on to hands and knees. Make your index well, lift the heels of the hands up. Let's make the index fingers about outer shoulder width apart. Some of you can go a little bit wider. And the heels of lift up. And with the hands lifting, bend your elbows directly out to the side. Like you're going to elbow the person on either side. And can you feel how the shoulder blades knit to the back of the heart? Bend your elbows out to the sides. Nice, Yohav, perfect. Keep the shoulder blades together like that as you push the arms straight. Nice, Emma. Keep that, make your legs straight. Breathe. 2 more of the deepest, fullest breaths. And as you hug the shoulder blades together, push the mat down and forward. Send the hips up and back, downward dog. Does that feel a little different? Inhale, float the right leg to the sky. Exhale, catch your lunge. Back heel to the earth. Inhale, warrior 2. Right knee straight ahead. Bring your hand to the hip. Point the elbows to the side. Try to, with your elbow, that pulls your torso more into front leg deeper. And as you hug the front heel in, guide the inner front open, bend deep. Keep together as you reach out through the arms, reach back. Good, push the front leg straight, hug the shoulder blades together, big breath in. As you exhale, keep the shoulder blades together. Go as slow as you need to keep the shoulder blades together. Right fingertips to the floor or a block for triangle pose. Good. Pull the feet towards each other. Can the legs be straight without the knees being locked? Look for that action. And as you draw from the fingertips up the arms, right into the back of the heart center line, from right there, push down through the right fingertips and reach out through the left fingertips. 1 more of the deepest, fullest belly breath. So as you inhale, the belly, the center deepens and expands. And as you exhale from the core of the pelvis, push through your legs, the center softens as you extend through the spine and the crown and through the arms. On your inhale, reach all the way up to bend the front leg to square, forearm to thigh, sweep the left arm overhead. And as you root through the left leg, reach through the left arm as though the left arm was connected all the way into the left hip socket. From the left hip socket, reach out through the left fingertips. 1 more of the deepest, fullest belly breaths through the nose. And as you touch the floor, downward dog. Notice what you feel what you notice. Any change in space from side to side. The breath ignites the heart. The splendor of the heart illuminates the mind and the body. And here in the gift of conscious breathing embodiment, intention, purpose, deepest desires, highest aspirations become revealed. On the inhale, float the left leg to the sky. As you exhale, catch your lunge, back heel to the ground. Inhale for warrior 2. Find your breath, feel both feet on the ground. As you hug the feet towards each other, reach back through the right arm to pull your torso more into center. And as you reach back, you can bend the front leg deeper. Bring your hands to your hips. Point the elbows out to the sides. Hug the shoulder blades together. And as you hug the shoulder blades together, hug the feet together, change nothing in the shoulder blades, just let the arm bones unfurl from the heart, from the back of the heart. As you reach back, bend deeper. Good, push the front leg straight, big breath in. Change nothing in between your shoulder blades. Hug the shoulder blades together as you exhale for Utthita Trikonasana, triangle pose. The tendency, like when we transition, is we lose that awareness of and connection to the heart center. Can you hug the left shoulder blade to the right shoulder blade? Nice, the right shoulder blade to the left shoulder blade. And from the core of the you root through the legs, hug the feet towards each other. Belly breathing through the nose. On the inhale, reach up and back all the way to standing. Bend the front leg to square. Left forearm to left thigh. Reach the right arm overhead. Utthita Parsvakonasana, extended side angle pose. From the core of the pelvis as you root deep into the back leg, like the back leg as though it's connected to the core of the earth. Extend the right arm from the right hip all the way out through the right fingertips. Hug the left heel in and guide the inner left thigh open. And notice what's happening with the left shoulder and shoulder blade. Can you glide that left shoulder blade to the right shoulder blade? Nice. On the exhale, touch the floor. Downward facing dog. Look for the breath. Inhale to plank. Lower the knees. Lift the heels of the hands up. Heels of the hands lifting. Bend the elbows to the sides. Feel the shoulder blades come together. Keep the shoulder blades connected there as you push the arms straight. Press the knees and thighs straight. Look forward so the head doesn't drop and those bottom ribs in front. Close your eyes. Find the bottom of the rib cage in front and knit those bottom ribs in front to the bottom tips of the shoulder blades behind you. Good. And from there, exhale, lower in the style of you. Inhale for cobra, cobra dog if you feel ready. Exhale, follow your breath, not my voice. Always following in the currents of your breath. Find your pace, downward facing dog. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale, big step through to lunge. On the inhale, reach the arms up. And on the exhale, big step forward to balance on your right leg. We'll cross the left ankle over the right thigh, sit back deep into chair pose, pigeon chair. Reach forward. You can always bring your hands to blocks as well in front of you for more stability. Breathe into what can't be seen but can be felt. Flex the left foot. Guide the right knee a little bit more to the right, the left knee a little bit more to the left, sit a little bit deeper. Good, big breath in, stand tall. Exhale, thread it back to lunge, slow motion, big breath in, both feet on the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. Goes exactly as I'll float the high to the exhale, catch, reach the arm. Sit and reach your hands forward for counterbalance, arms forward, or bring your hands out in front of you. Take your left knee. Be seen and be felt. Slow motion. Dog. Heart, mind to body. You can stay in downward dog. Carry you now through the linking vinyasa in the style of feel, notice? What is it in your heart of hearts more than anything else? In downward dog, pigeon prep. Your block. Breathe into, see into the back knee. Back toes on the back knee. And then as you pull the knees towards each other, bend the back leg, and with your left hand, left foot. Bind yourself. A little more to the left. Bring toes out towards Casey. Yes, like that. Down and forward as you draw the right shoulder up and back. I'll say that one more time. Find the breath. Back knee down. Inhale. Pull the back knee forward. Draw the right shoulder up and back. Keep that exhale. Gently, careful. Step back, downward. Did it just get brighter in here? Good. Look at it. Whew. Inhale, float the left leg to the sky. The exhale, slip into pigeon prep. Left knee wide. Take your blocks high in front of you. Breathe, feel, notice the back. Get more weight on the outer. And bending the back leg with your right hand, reach for back. Draw the right up, slide the shoulder blade into the spine. And then with the left block high, can you walk it outside the leg? Draw the left shoulder up and back. Again, the and tip to the left here. So push the block down to tip to the right a little bit more. Desiree, turn your right foot to the left to the brick wall, the foot from the ankle. Yes, just like that. The back knee down and forward. Knees together. Keep that as you exhale. Press the back knee down. Inhale as you pull the back knee forward. Draw the left shoulder up and back. Keep it as you exhale. Gently release, downward facing dog. Rest, hydrate, or let the breath carry you through the linking vinyasa in the style of you. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your time. I'll take that as some requests for air. On the inhale, float the right leg high to the sky. Exhale through to lunge. Bring the blocks high and aiming your front. The back of your mat. Walk the back knee back as much as you can. It'll also help if you walk the blocks back as you walk the back knee back. And then right at your edge, send your butt towards your back to straighten the front leg. About 3 or 4 of the deepest, fullest breaths here. Flex the front foot, spread the toes. Really try to spread the little toe more to the right. Press the front heel down and back as you wrap the left hip forward. Yes, just like that. Soften the jaw, the throat, the brow. Okay, like a couple more. But as you press and back, press the knee up. Feel how the knee bends a little bit? Now, rather than pressing your knee down, friends, press your thigh. Should sound like a gag reflex. I'm just kidding. Bend the front leg. What a difference makes. The way in which, like, every time I'm in my physical practice on the mat, I'm feeling like the way in which the snake sheds. Float the left high for support. Walk the back knee back as much as you can. You can walk the blocks back. It might help you walk the back knee back a little bit more. And then right at your edge, shift your hips back towards your back heel. So it's less of a straightening of the front leg and more of a sending your hips towards the back of your mat. And that action back will straighten the front leg from the core rather than from the joints. And then just like we did in that pigeon thigh stretch, you can press the back knee down and forward as you press the front heel down and back. Can you feel that? And as you press the front heel down and back, lift the front knee to the sky, it'll bend. And rather than pressing the knee down, press the thigh bone down. Whew. And soften the jaw and the eyes. Belly breath. Bending the front leg, walk it in, pull it together, step it back, downward dog. From your heart, right in. Press and let the light of awareness traverse the interior landscape on the currents of the breath more deeply, more fully, more freely. Either tiptoe your feet forward or walk yourself in the middle. You can also walk hands to feet. Standing forward fold. Over your legs, take this moment to bow to the heart, to the power of the heart, the Icha Shakti, always intrinsically peaceful, utterly powerful and luminous. The entire practice of yoga, beyond just the physical practice of yoga, is in service to heart. The word is where we the power of the root through the legs, strong, and on an inhale, reach forward and up, standing tall mountain. Pause at the top, root through the legs, reach past your fingertips, and as you exhale, heart center, eyes softly opened or unconditional supportive gravity. Most accessible at each foot. Feel the unconditional presence of the breath. Usually most accessible or the belly. Find the rhythmic beating of your heart. Keep your awareness of and connection to the rhythmic beating of your heart, the unconditional presence of the breath, and the unconditional support of gravity. As you release the hands, softly blink open the eyes. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, fold over the legs, bow to the heart. As you inhale, let the breath lift forward and up. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands forward. The space. The inhale floats the right leg to the sky. The exhale takes it through to pigeon prep. Bring your forearms to the floor in front of you and hug a block between your palms. If you're broad across, like Ken, you might need a block and a half or 2 blocks. We want the hands and elbows to be shoulder width apart here. Block between the palms. And just like we did in hands and knees, we want to press the inner edges of the palms into the block. So the tip of the index finger, the base of the index finger, the base of the thumb, the tip of the thumb. And as you squeeze the block, can you feel your biceps, the muscles of your arms turn on? Walk your elbows forward so they're right underneath the shoulders. Bring the shoulders forward more at the base of the neck. And then shoulders over the elbows. You are really like stretching yourself out from the depths of your being, out of the hips, the pelvis. Lengthen the spine, which lengthens the shoulder girdle away from the hips. Hug the block, lift the back knee up so the back toes will tuck under, the lifts up. Big breath in. As you exhale, right foot meets the left foot, forearm plank. Breathe. Notice and receive what you feel, how it feels, where you feel it. Lift the heels up high. Start to tiptoe your feet towards the block. Squeeze the block as you walk the feet forward and lift the hips high. To lift your hips higher, I know that's also kind of your upper back towards the thighs. Yeah, upper back towards the thighs. And then walk it, plank, walk it back, pause, and rest. Your hands or a block, rest on your forehead or turn to one side. It's called dolphin. Let the breath be as deep and as full as requires the least amount of in connection to gravity and center. Feel the hand and soften in the lap of the earth. Of the breath. If your head is turned to the side, you can turn it to the side. Any questions before we do the second side? It'll be pigeon prep to forearm plank to dolphin. And it's just a way to really embody the gesture of standing in and on and from the focal point of the heart. So when you're in pigeon prep, the focal point is in your hips and your pelvis. That's your deepest core power, your ground of being. So we get grounded and connected to that deepest core power, to the ground of being. And then we step back to forearm plank. And it strengthens our connection to our center. Core plank is like core work for your entire body, top to bottom, inside out. So you strengthen your connection to your center. And then with that connection to the ground of being, to the strength and power of the center, we walk it in and we shift the focal point to the heart. And we breathe in and on and from the power of the heart. In and on and from the power of your intention as revealed by your deepest desires, conscious, subconscious, unconscious. There might not even be words for your deepest desires and your highest aspirations just yet. But if there is clarity there, that clarity informs the power of the heart. How and where we place the heart is a reflection of deepest desires, highest aspirations. That's where true intention and authentic resolve comes from. We'll meet in downward dog. Take your time, sip some water as needed. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. On the inhale, the left leg to the sky, exhale through to pigeon prep. Bring your forearms to the floor in front of you. Walk between the palms. If you want a little bit more on this one, turn your palms to palms open. Palms in a gesture of receptivity. Otherwise, palms to the midline, hug into the block. That's going to tie you more into a sustainable connection of the strength of your arms here. And it's the muscles of the arms that support the connection of the arm bones into the shoulder socket, connection to the heart. Press the big breath in. On an exhale, left foot meets the right foot, core plank, forearm plank rather. If the palms are up, we're working the thumbs towards the earth. If the palms are to the midline, we're squeezing the block. Dare I say, eviscerate the block. Breathe. Notice what you notice, feel what you feel, without judgment, denial, rejection, ignoring. Literally receive all that is. And now start to tiptoe your feet forward. Walk it in, squeeze the block. Press the forearms down, shrug the shoulders, and press your upper back towards your thighs. Yeah, press the upper back towards the thighs, tiptoe it in, and walk it back to forearm plank. We're gonna be there, sustain. Forearm plank, squeeze the block, and rest. Make a pillow with your hands. Glorious, unconditional support of gravity, the glorious, unconditional presence of the breath. Okay, bring the blocks in line with the base of your sternum. One on each side. Low height or medium height. Edges of your mat or just off the edges of your mat to the bamboo. Stretch back through your legs, point the feet, and press the tops of the feet down so much the knees and thighs lift. And can you bring your feet, your legs all the way together? As you bring the legs, so two legs become one leg, you get a little bit more weight one at a time to the outer fronts of the thighs, and then snap the heels together. That'll keep you pretty busy. Bring your hands to the blocks and slide the blocks back a little more than you think. And then as you press the blocks down and energetically back, reach the heart forward and up for Cobra, Bhujangasana. Think really press the blocks down and back towards the feet. Press the feet down and in as you reach the heart, forward and up. Exhale, release. Beautiful. Bhujangasana, year of the snake. Okay, ditch the blocks. Just reach the arms back, palms down, out to the sides like a superhero cape. Lift the hands up about hip height and hug the shoulder blades together. Again, squeeze the legs together, press the feet down, and as you inhale, reach the heart forward and up. Reach the arms up on the inhale. Press the feet down on the exhale. Think tailbone down, bottom ribs lift, and rest. Now bend the elbows alongside, press the palms into the earth, thumbs in line with the base of the sternum. Index fingers can turn out a little bit, and press the hands down, press the hands towards each other, and pull the hands towards the feet. And bring the big toe ball mounds to hug in, squeeze the legs together, and as you press the feet down, can you feel the knees lift a little? Keep that. Can you press the tailbone down and feel the low belly lift a little? The feet press down, the tailbone presses down. And as you press the hands down, in, and back, we're not lifting up, just slide the heart center forward. Like you're trying to reach the base of your sternum, the base of your breastbone, off the front edge of your mat. And now start to look up, press the hands down, in, and back. Lift up, tailbone down, feet press down, press the hands down, in, and back. Heart lifts. Exhale to rest. Make a pillow with your hands. Let's roll on to the knees bent, feet on the floor. And let's hug a block between the legs, between the thighs, closer to the knees. Bend the elbows alongside the waistline. And as you press the elbows down, feel the chest lift and let the shoulder blades just sort of slide in to each other at the upper back. Stand through your feet to lift your hips up for Setu Bandhasana, bridge pose. Breathe. You can let the anywhere on the midsection, find and feel the breath in the palms of your hands. And as you stand through the feet and lift the hips up, maybe wriggle the shoulder blades in a little deeper. You can press the palms down. I like to take the ears about as wide as the mat and come into Urdhva Dhanurasana. Up, voice. Wherever you are, choose to be. Let's call it like 2 or 3 deepest, fullest breaths that require the least amount of effort. And on an exhale, slowly lower. Just take a moment to pause and receive the lap of the earth. Okay, bring the block, if it's not already, to the lower thighs, just above the knees, and hug it there. Some of you are already there. Bend the elbows alongside the waist. Press the center back of the skull down. Draw together underneath. And then stand up. As you press the center back of the skull down, extend from the roof of your way out through the knees. Hug the knees to the midline as you stand through the feet and press the feet down and forward. From here, you can to the arms, interlace the hands, or reach the hands overhead outside the ears, and come into another round. release your hands for just a sec. Oh, is that okay with you? That was amazing. Okay, now do whatever you want with your hands. Belly breathing, wherever you are, however you choose. As you inhale, hug the block or hug the knees to the floor. As you exhale, press the feet down and forward. And then feel the expansion from side out. On an exhale, slowly release all the way down to the lap of the earth. Two. As deep and as full. Okay, some options here. Block between the inner thighs a little to the knees. Another option is to place a block on its highest height or two stacked underneath your hips. Into your active bridge pose, Setu Bandha connection, or Urdhva facing pose, which is technically a heart opener, but requires so much capacity to stay connected to grounded in your legs and your ground of being, connected to the power of the expansion of the center as you expand the heart. The more you hug your legs, your knees to the midline, feet down and forward, the more the upper back or the opposite direction. So really the capacity with which you can get into and open the heart comes from your connection to and utilization of your legs. Inhale, hug the knees to the midline. Exhale, press the feet down and forward. Notice what you feel what you notice. Two more breaths. It's beautiful, Kara. How's it feel? Yeah. And find the lap of the earth as you're ready. Was that 3? That was 4? It's okay. First of all, before we do number 4, I just want to say if you could do anything. And with the back bends and my history of back bend practice, that like after really is where the magic starts to happen, because there's like a subconscious or unconscious download or like a pathway, an energetic pathway in the body now. So even if like the last 2 are more restorative, you might want to go like full blast, like your favorite song on number 4, or if you just went like full blast on repeat, favorite song 3 times in a row, feel free to dial it back. The option is from Urdhva. You can use your elbow, bring the crown to the earth, interlace your hands behind your head, and then lift the crown up for Dvipada Viparita Dandasana. If you know it, if you know type thing, I will talk you through it. So if you don't know but you want to try it, you can. The kind of pre-rec for Dvipada is that the arms are straight and vertical in Urdhva Dhanurasana. If the arms are not straight and vertical in Urdhva Dhanurasana, upward facing bow, then the more you work your legs, you can even like walk your feet in and feet down and forward, the more you'll get into the upper back. Do you follow or do you want to see? See. Okay. I'm going to have you teach something on the back today, just because I don't know if we're going to have time to roll over and do all the things. Carefully roll to one side. Careful transition here because we are still in a deep back bending sequence. And then just face to the center or come where you can see if you want to see and you feel like you can't see. I'm just going to like kind of pop into the center. I have not even done yoga. Monday. Physical yoga. It's all yoga. Screaming at the kids on Tuesday. Yoga. Bridge pose. See how I like wriggle in here? I really like, especially because I haven't practiced in about a week, I need this moment to like connect to center, connect to breath. Okay, I can go here and like just see the action. Like here I am, sorry about the water bottle. Look what happens when I press my feet down and forward. I'm hoping you can see this, but I'm just doing an action. I'm not really changing anything. Yeah, you can see that, right? I'm pressing my feet down and forward. I'm just pressing my feet down and forward. Can you believe that? That's just the power of the ground of being. And then I'm going to place the hands outside the ears about as wide as the mat. I like to pause here to plug in. Again, like that action was pressing the feet down and forward and sucking the armpits in, up. But a lot of times we're more here. If I press the feet down and forward, see what happens? I walk the feet in, press the feet down and forward. Most of us would have a block here. I'm really hugging my legs to the midline as I press the feet down and forward. Do the arms look straight and vertical? Okay, if the arms are straight and vertical, then I lower the head down. Place the hands behind the head. And lift the head. The head is lifting. I don't know if the hair can show that. And I'm pressing the feet down and forward. Maybe walk the feet in. Press the feet down and forward. Oh. And then the crown comes down. You got to save enough to find your way all the way back out the return journey. Hands replace the elbows. Arms straight. I walk the feet in, so I want to walk them back out. And then lower down. That's a full practice. And then glistening. I feel like I just shed a skin. Feels like shedding a skin. Don't come up like that. Questions? Your legs. It's like when we get into like the heart space, natural reaction, whether it consciously feels or not, can be like an anxiety response. Like the mind, what is it? Energy follows thought. So when you go to and you start chest breathing, so like upregulated, cause some angst or anxiety. In this area, the key to hack the nerve, expand your bandwidth, is to stay or get. Let's try it. Bringing the block between the legs helps some awareness there. Oh, I'm so glad I did that. I'm going to be sitting so much today. Whew. Thanks for indulging me. Feel both feet on the ground. That's always going to be a hack to downregulate. It's like to feel the parts of you that are touching the earth. Your grounding, your deepest core power is in your grounding. That means whatever part of you is touching the earth, feel how the earth supports you and you. Wriggle the shoulder blades together, and when the plug it, just like we did at the beginning of practice, when the shoulder blades center, slightly to the right of the physical heart, then the chest and the lungs open, then the breath wants to fill that area. We want to fill that area. We don't want, but first the belly, the hips, the pelvis, legs. So the breath deep, and then from the depth of your being fills you up. Stand through the feet, lift the hips up, maybe shoulder blades in a little deeper. where you feel that you are the point of bridge. And then you expand the connection, the bridge, by pressing your feet down. Yes, down and forward. That was awesome. Everyone just did it. You feel that? Press your feet down and forward. Yes, feel it grow from inside out. Down and forward. Good. If you press the feet down and forward, maybe walk your feet in an Urdhva D as you press down and forward. If the arms are straight and vertical, totally crown to the earth. Bring your forearms to the floor, interlace behind your head. Kishana, make the head, the feet down and forward. And then head down, hands replace the elbows. Push the arms straight. Walk your feet out if you've walked them in. And wherever you are now, in and out of the earth, enjoy the beating of your heart. Unconditional presence of the breath and the unconditional support of gravity. You can let the knees windshield wiper from side to side. Adjust the props as needed. If they're alongside in the way, you can put them in front and behind you. And then come through center, across the right ankle, over. Bend the left leg in. Put your hands behind your left thigh. You could throw the right arm between. The tendency, just like in pigeon, is to tip to the right, tip a little bit to the left. Take your left knee more to the left and take your right knee away from you. Kara, think left foot in, left knee out. Yes. Belly breathing. And then gently release, stretch your legs out long, reach the arms overhead, huge breath in. Exhale with an audible sigh. Let the sigh be like a shedding of the sub and unconsciousness. Bend the legs, feel the feet on the ground. Left ankle over the right thigh, bend the right leg in. Throw the left arm between the legs. Flex both feet, spread the toes. Now here the forearm will tip you, lean a little bit to the right, and then press the left knee away from you. Belly breathing. On an exhale, release, stretch the legs out long. Full, huge breath in, let it percolate inside. I'll let it you like thunder. I'm going to pass this to Melissa for Supta Hasta Padangustasana A and C.
Just the two?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go A, B, C if you want.
I think that's one. Earl, you're strapped. Does anyone? I see some don't. Does anyone not have a strap? We all have straps? Oh, there's one person. Okay. Cool. Thank you. Here you go. Okay, so you have your strap. Bend your right knee. All of your right foot into the center. Now, my tendency strap because I want the stretch so bad, but can you loosen the grip of your strap so your shoulders melt a little bit toward while you're supporting your foot? Flex your foot, guide it up towards the sky. Imagine onto the ceiling as you lengthen through the back of your here. Now bring both ends of the strap into your right hand. You can do a physical adjustment on your, bringing your left hand to the top of your left thigh. Press the top of your left thigh down into the earth, and as you exhale, let your right leg open up towards the windows. Root yourself down through your left leg. And this doesn't need to be the deepest stretch of your life. I only want you to go as far as you can while keeping both hip points on the ground. Flex through both feet. Think toes in line with your ankle. Now on your inhale, draw your leg through center. Switch the strap into your other hand and exhale over towards the brick wall. Your top hip might lift. Keep both shoulder blades firmly rooted. Flex through both feet. For a physical adjustment, bring your right hand to your right hip crease, like where your thigh and hip meet, and take that flesh and pull it down and away to open up more through the right side of your body. The strap. Your right leg can be long underneath you, down to the earth. Find strap in each hand like horse reins, but remember to open your shoulders just a little bit to let yourself hold yourself without all that extra tension and force we've worked to alleviate throughout our time together. Flex your foot. Imagine you could stomp a footprint onto the sky above you. Find equal strength through your bottom leg if your bottom leg is extended. Now bring both ends of the to your left hand. Root down through the top of your right thigh. Feel yourself rooted, and then on an exhale, your left leg opens up to the left. Your right hip might lift up. Can you press your right thigh so that you can open up towards the left? Sometimes we want to bloom so much we forget we have to root first. Breathe in through your nose, down into your belly, and on an exhale, let your breath travel up through your heart, through your nose or mouth. Now on an inhale, draw your leg through center, switch your strap into your other hand, and on an exhale, twist over towards the windows. You can find that physical adjustment. Bring your thumb and your pointer finger to your hip crease and pull your flesh down and away from you. More force than you think. Breathe in through your nose. Let your breath fill you up, and on an exhale, let your breath pour out of you heartfelt. On an inhale, bring your leg through center, untwist. Exhale, bend your knee, ditch your strap, and bring both. Take a round of windshield wipers from side. Find a little equilibrium.
As you windshield wiper the legs, scan your body with your awareness. You might pause on each side with a top of thigh, or if you hug your armpit legs and hold the ankles or edges of your feet for happy baby. Take your time. Happy baby. You have to go right into it from there. And as you make your way into happy baby, let's make it kind of dramatic for today. Tip to the right and try to touch the right knee to the floor. And then tip to the left and try to touch the left knee to the floor. 2 or so more times to each side. And as you press the right knee down, keep pressing the right knee down as you start to tip to the left. So there's resistance. As you rock from side to side, you're trying to stay anchored through the opposite side. Does that make sense? And then hug your legs together and wrap your arms around you. How does it feel with this window open? Is that too chilly now? Yeah? Okay, I'll close it a little. Scan your body. Do you need some sips of water? Do you want to add or remove legs? Let your hair down. Maybe grab a couple drops. Add or remove layers, add or remove props, and begin to prepare yourself for a final rest. Self out on the altar of the earth. Make of yourself the self a wholehearted offering on the altar of the earth. Offering your deepest desires, your best intentions, your highest aspirations, all that you are, all that you're born with, all that you're becoming, in service to something greater than just yourself. Offer the weight of all of this to the altar of the earth. Look for the breath. Can sync your breath to the singing bowls if the pace suits you. Ultimately, in Shavasana, in the final relaxation state, we want to be able to find and take refuge in the sacred hub of the heart. The way in, the way to find the sacred hub of the heart is in and upon the currents of the breath. So you can always begin again and again by looking for the breath and letting the breath hold your vision. And the intimacy of the breath leads to the refuge of the heart. The voice of the heart, the call of the heart becomes crystal clear. Invite a deeper breath in and a longer breath out. And as you deepen your breath, feel how naturally your breath deepens you. The breath ignites the heart and the splendor, the indwelling light, the voice of the true teacher, informs, illuminates, and inspires the faculty of the mind and the agency of the body. And here in this gift of conscious breathing embodiment, the faculty of our mind, our thoughts, and the agency of our body, our actions, more clearly reflect and reveal our deepest desires, our best intentions, our highest aspirations. Whose source and power is never further than the heart, which is never further than the breath. Allow the spirit that you are to gently stir and awaken the body that you have, toes, feet, arms and legs. And as the spirit that you are awakens this body that you have, let the body that you have embrace the spirit that you are. Adorn and affirm your soul's purpose, your heart's calling. Literally wrap yourself around yourself for this. You are the gift of life. When you're ready, you can bend your legs, feel both feet on the ground, and just take a moment to call yourself down to earth and back to reality. Take a beat. And then gently, carefully, mindfully roll to one side through strong arms. And at your own pace, begin to find your way into a comfortable seated posture with the eyes closed and the hands folded before the heart in Anjali Mudra. Gesture of sincere self-reverence that acknowledges and honors the voice of the true teacher, the indwelling light of the heart, the source of our desires, our intentions, and our aspirations. Sankalpa is to seal the intention of the heart and place the heart before us as a guide and an offering. Our intention can have the greatest possible positive impact on ourselves and those in the world around us. But the power of the heart behind every intention is a source and force and beauty in a time, in an age of darkness. I'm so grateful for our time together. Thank you so much for choosing to be here and do this as we place the heart before the heart as a guide and an offering. I bow to you and your hearts, to all that you. Thanks, everyone. Together, thanks for choosing to be here and do this. I hope for at least a few more weeks or the whole. If you have questions, comments, feedback, suggestion box by that little kitchen sink area before you hit the bathrooms. Feedback, suggestions are always welcome, so use that. Maybe save the reviews in the digital landscape for the good stuff. We appreciate that so much as a small business. Feedback, but we would love that like a little handwritten note or email style. Thanks, everyone.